Today, our verse is Luke chapter 17, verse 12. And as he entered the village, he was met by 10 lepers who stood at a distance. Jesus was on his way to Jerusalem, and as he entered a village, 10 lepers met him. Luke does not tell us the name of the village. However, we know that Jesus was traveling along the border between Samaria and Galilee. This location explains why there was a Samaritan among the 10 lepers. Leprosy brought these people together. It erased the boundaries of race and religion that normally separated them, because the Jews and the Samaritans were normally not friends. Yet, when they were healed, the old divisions reappeared. The 9 Jewish lepers went their way, while only the Samaritan returned to thank Jesus for his healing. Not giving the name of the village may be Luke's way of drawing our attention to the universal message of this story, that this could happen anywhere and to anyone. It reminds us that we too can find ourselves in similar conditions of need and brokenness like the lepers. It also shows that Jesus is available to everyone, even to those who live on the margins of society, in forgotten villages and seemingly insignificant places. As Jesus entered the village, he was met by these lepers. The number 10 may suggest a sense of completeness, representing a whole community of sufferers. In the ancient world, leprosy referred to various skin diseases, which according to Jewish law, if you read Leviticus chapter 13, made a person ritually unclean. A leper was cut off from family, community, and even worship in the temple. They could not go into the temple because leprosy symbolized sin, which separated a person from God. Once healed, a leper had to go to the priest, who would declare him clean and allow him to offer the required sacrifice in the temple. It is no surprise then that the lepers stood at a distance from Jesus. That was the law. They had to maintain proper ritual separation from others, if you read Leviticus 13 verse 46. Yet their physical distance also mirrored their spiritual distance from God and from other people. From that distance, however, they cried out to Jesus for mercy. No matter how far we may feel from God because of sin, weakness, or limitation, Jesus is always accessible. He is never too far away for us to call upon him. Jesus bridges the gap between God and humanity, between us and others. Through him, we gain the power to transcend every barrier that separates or excludes. The compassion of Jesus reaches everyone, even the outcast, the forgotten, and those deemed irredeemable by society. No one is outside the mercy of God through Jesus Christ. Yet, like the lepers, we must also exercise faith, calling out to Jesus with confidence, trusting in his power to heal and restore. Though sin separates us from others and from God, Jesus always reconciles us with ourselves, with one another, and with the Father. So let no distance, guilt, or shame prevent us from approaching his mercy today. Lord, give us the grace to always approach you despite our weaknesses. Amen. God bless you, and I wish you a lovely day.